Hey guys, my name is JessiMew, and welcome back to the Critter Cottage. In the last episode, Ivy took Vern down to the beach for the very first time to do a little bit of treasure hunting. And so far, Vern has proven himself to be quite the capable dog. He's very, very good at learning new things. She tried her hand at training him the other day, and he learned how to sit pretty quickly. So I'm looking forward to continuing his training today, of course. Before that, Ivy needs to get her book done. She has just gained the ability to self-publish her books, and once she gets a few going, that should really help us increase our fund situation, so we can maybe at least think about renovating this house. Because while it is a nice little Brindleton Bay starter, it's not exactly what we have in mind for the Critter Cottage. So we'll see what we can do today, but while she writes her book, let's check in on Vern and Sapling. It looks like Vern is wearing his little shark fin again today, so that's always a good sign. Hopefully he'll be able to sniff out some more treasure for us once we go out and about on the town. And as always, Sapling is very, very interested in our refrigerator. You would think maybe that means she's a little bit more interested in sim food, but something tells me she won't enjoy Ivy's concoctions very much because that is one of the things that Ivy desperately needs to work on herself. And Vern seems to be trying to get your attention right now. Oh, poor little guy. It looks like he needs something. Maybe he needs to go outside or he wants to go for a walk. Yeah, something tells me he's hoping for just a little bit of extra attention, but we desperately need to get this book done, Vern. Oh, I guess we have time to spare. We'll go ahead and brush you for a little while, but then Ivy absolutely has to get back to work. I mean, isn't this just the way? It seems like every single time you finally sit down to get something done, some adorable animal needs a little bit more love from you. That is kind of what got you into this mess, Ivy, but she has a lot of love to spare. So go ahead and resume writing Sapling's first roots, and then afterwards I would like to maybe take some photos of Sapling herself. Perhaps we could consider them to be photos for the book. Sapling is your muse after all, so I think that would work quite nicely. Vern is getting so impatient. He is literally barking right behind her chair. We are going to have to take him for the longest walk as soon as she's done. He is probably just bursting with energy right now. She's getting really, really close though. She only has about a quarter more to go on that bar, and then we can finally pay attention to you, Vern. I swear we're not ignoring you on purpose. There we go. Nearly 2:30 p.m. and she has finally finished her book. What an achievement. Ivy finished writing an entire book. The book will be added to her inventory for future reading enjoyment. Ivy can also publish it. Just click on a mailbox. And it looks like she's already marching straight off downstairs to pay attention to her little fur babies, so we know we've taught her well. But let's also make sure that we publish this thing right away because Ivy needs to work on a serious steady cash flow sooner rather than later. There we go, our very first book, the very, very humble beginnings of the Critter Cottage if everything goes well. Congratulations, Ivy has self-published a book. She won't make as much money as selling rights to a publisher, but it will receive a small amount in royalties daily. Oh, excellent. So every single day we'll get just a tiny bit of money from Sapling's first roots. Let's go ahead and fill Vern's bowl. Oh no, and he's sad again. I'm so sorry, little guy. We will take you for a walk right away. We'll just clean the litter box, make sure everything is set for Sapling while we're out. And then we'll get you ready to go on a nice long beach run. We are seriously lucky that we have such good animals. I mean, they've gotten along so well, too. And it looks like Ivy even has her relationship filled to the max with them both. The same can't really be said for the other Sims in town. She doesn't exactly have very many friends, but that's pretty fitting. You can kind of see why she prefers the animals, right? I mean, Sapling and Vern are absolutely adorable. But we might change that today, because after we take some pictures with Sapling too, let's go ahead and Simstagram her so we can get those adorable pictures, of course, with Ivy's boots right in front of the screen. Why does this always happen, Ivy? Let's see if we can turn it a little. Oh, we can get Vern in the shot too? No way. That is adorable. Oh, that is going to look so very good on your Simstagram page. Perfect in your book too. We'll make sure that we get a couple of solo shots as well. Something to maybe put right on the front cover. And then we can even play around with like the filters. We can make it look super dramatic. I feel like Vern would play a pretty big role in her story anyway. Maybe Sapling would be a little bit afraid of Vern first because he looks like such a vicious land shark, but she slowly grows to love him. So Sapling has gained 22 followers, not bad at all. And then we can go ahead and take that big stack of photos and sell those off too, just for the extra funds. Now, Vern, I am finally ready to go on a walk with you. Let's see, if we go to pet care, I believe, we can go for a short little walk because it is getting a bit late and we want to make sure that Ivy can take care of herself as well. But Vern is going to be so happy to finally be able to get rid of some of that extra energy. He's been cooped up for far too long. And this time he can show off his lovely little shark fin. Alright, this must be his walking outfit. Something tells me we'll have to go back into his outfit section to see if we can place a shark fin on it there too. But let's see where Ivy decides to take Vern for a walk today, and we can figure out our next plan of action. I think bright and early in the morning, what we're going to do is maybe consider going to a different place in Brindleton Bay. Somewhere where Ivy, oh my goodness, can not only meet other strays and other Sims, but maybe start taking pictures for her next book too. Where on earth did that stinky dog go? Somebody was absolutely filthy. But I'm not sure where they ran off to. They must have gone back home. Maybe it was Rosie. Oh, you remember that super stinky dog who Vern kind of taught some pretty bad habits? He taught her how to roll around in the stinkiest things on the beach. But that's just what Vern loves to do. We have discovered that he can be a pretty stinky dog himself sometimes too. Oh my gosh, speak of the devil. The stinky dog himself has found a wonderful little pile of seaweed to roll around in yet again. So it looks like Vern is going to need his third bath in 3 episodes. Literally every single day. I don't think Vern is going to be able to get through a single day in this series without taking a bath. We might even have to hire somebody just to bathe our little land shark in the future. And now back home again. I think that was probably enough to get all of that extra energy worked out of his system, and just in time for bedtime too. We'll go ahead and let Ivy prepare herself some supper next. Hopefully with a little bit more success than her last ones. And then she should be ready to at least bathe Vern. It looks like Sapling might actually be afraid of the toilet though. Is that the case? I mean, we know that she's afraid of something because that little message did pop up on our screen. But we weren't around at the time, and by the time we did get to the sweet little kitten. Hello, little one. She was already fast asleep right next to her food dish. So something tells me she is actually a little bit frightened of the very, very monstrous toilet. Probably when Ivy flushes it. She probably is just a little bit too sensitive to the noise. My cat Penny is actually extremely sensitive to noises. She doesn't like anything loud like the vacuum cleaner or trucks or cars outside. She even gets really scared when you're cooking things on the stove like boiling water. So I can understand why Sapling might find that to be a little bit scary, especially since she is a bit of a skittish cat herself. But it looks like Ivy's doing pretty good. At least she didn't cut herself while she was chopping all of those tomatoes. Oh, Ivy, don't do this again. Please don't do this again. Oh, just as I said that you were getting better, you went and stuck your dirty hands straight into that salad. Well, it's a slow improvement. Maybe next time she'll make the perfect meal. We can have an intellectual discussion with Sapling while she's sitting under the table and while we're eating supper. How about that? That should actually raise her social level quite well. Because of course she can have nice long conversations with this kitty since she is very clever. I think it even gave her the logic skill too. If I remember correctly, that was where she picked this up. Yeah, it actually looks like it's increasing since she's talking to Sapling, so that's pretty neat. We can increase our skills just by spending time with our cat. Finish off your salad though, because now we need to make sure that Vern is ready for bedtime too. Into the bath you go, little one. Your third bath in 3 days. Ivy is going to be a pro at bathing dogs. She could literally open her own little dog bathing shop on the side. But now Ivy should be ready for bed, so let's have her sleep. And then tomorrow we'll see where we're going to go next. We'll decide which part of the town we're going to go visit and hopefully find new Sims to meet. Oh, we should try to drum up some interest in our books too. Take Vern parading around town and see if Ivy can make any important connections. All right, Vern, it's bright and early in the morning, and it's time for you to change your outfit. We want to make sure that you're looking the part of a land shark today. So go ahead and put on your shark fin, and then we'll see if Ivy can find a good place to explore with you. There are a couple of different areas where I'm sure a lot of people and maybe even strays will be hiding. We have the Whiskerman's Wharf, a fine hangout for the bay's feline citizens, who can often be found climbing around down at the docks. Whiskerman's Wharf is also enjoyed by fishermen and tourists alike. And then we also have the Sable Square, the cultural center of the city. Sable Square is ideal for both cats and dogs. These people love their pets so much they've built a monument to them right in the middle of town. Oh, that seems like Ivy's sort of place. There's an island out here too, Deadgrass Isle. Once the site of a mysterious shipwreck, Deadgrass Isle is now home to the world-famous Brindleton Light and the city's largest population of indigenous strays. Lately, however, there have been some rumors about strange visitors after sundown. Oh my gosh, that sounds like a good place for Ivy to visit too. If she wants to help out the strays, I mean, she knows there are quite a few over here for her to visit. But I think today we're going to visit the Sable Square. We'll save Whiskerman's Wharf for a day that we can take Sapling with us too, because I feel like she's a little bit young to go adventuring. And I also really want to see this monument. So let's see if we go to Pepperstone Park. Oh, it's a little dog park. Yeah, we'll start off by going right here to visit. It looks like this is also where we can go to see the vet in case any of our animals get sick. But we're going to take just Vern with us today. We could maybe even invite Supriya and Justin along with us too, if we want to get to know them a little bit better. I guess Ivy needs to make sure that she has some human friends in her life too. Oh, but look how happy Vern is. He is going straight into the dog park. Oh, and look at that. I think we actually got our first royalties. Only 4 simoleons, but I wasn't expecting too much. Oh, have you actually gone off to find somebody to talk to? It looks like, oh no, she's ordering a drink. You've kind of left Vern in the dust though. Let's make sure we know where this little guy is. Is he playing with the toys? Oh, it looks like he's actually trying to get a little bit of food from this bowl. Is this something that we can fill up ourselves? Yeah, we can, but it is going to cost us some simoleons to do so. That reminds me, though, that you guys mentioned we can actually put out food dishes for the strays. So once we have some extra funds, yet again, that is something that we're definitely going to consider. And there you are, Vern. Oh, you came running after us. That's good to see. I was a little bit worried that he would get lost. So let's Simstagram Vern right now if we can. Oh, Ivy, how on earth did you manage to get the camera behind you? Well, let's see if we can turn this around to actually see our sweet little dog Vern. Not exactly the best angle. There we go. Now we're getting it. Have to get those adorable big eyes in the shot, of course. We have the flowers in the background too. Oh, those would be perfect for a book. Though I feel like maybe having the ocean as a backdrop would be best for Vern the land shark. But this will do for now. That should give us some pretty good simoleons, and it seems as if Vern has picked up quite a bit of attention. Vern has started to gain some attention. As an up-and-coming Simstagram star, Think Positively Pet Products has sent a small token to thank him for his outstanding pictures. Check your household inventory and keep up the good work. Okay, so I guess we received a little gift for that. He gained 23 more followers, and he also ran off in the process. Where'd you go, little guy? Is he maybe going to find something for us? Oh no, don't you dare! No! He found the stinkiest pile of old rotten fish, and he is literally going to roll in it again, isn't he? He's going to get stinky for the 4th time in a row. Oh my gosh, Vern, you are killing me. I mean, you did manage to find some interesting rocks over here that Ivy might be able to investigate. Hey, Ivy, we'd love you to join the Renegades. No, thank you, Morgan. No, thank you. We would be more interested in joining a club for pets, maybe. And yep, he's stinky, again, and he's very upset about it. Oh my gosh, even Ivy is upset? She's near a pet who has been sprayed by a skunk? Oh, please, please tell me that that wasn't Vern. I thought he was just rolling around in some stinky fish. Oh no, he's looking for food. Oh, I think we are actually going to have to fill this up. I mean, luckily, Ivy's finding some interesting little crystals, so that should at least pay for Vern's extra food. So in a roundabout way, he did manage to find us some treasures. But who is this beautiful dog? Wait a second. Saya Murakami? It looks like she is not a stray, but she is absolutely gorgeous. Oh, that fur, and she has little eyebrows too. I wonder who owns this dog. There are a lot of new people around here that Ivy hasn't had the chance to meet yet, so it could be literally anyone, Mortimer Goth. Nice shorts, Mortimer. You look like you're ready for a nice long jog. Oh, you know what? I think it might actually be Rosie. Oh, she's so dirty again, and she looks very dazed too. What on earth happened to you, little one? Oh, I think she might actually be sick. She has some very strange drool right on her muzzle. Hello, Vern. He wants a little bit of extra attention. Well, at least Rosie is getting some food. Unfortunately, she's not a stray, so it's not like we can really bring her to the vet ourselves. But hopefully her owner is somewhere around here so we can let them know that she's not feeling well. She doesn't even have a last name, so I have no idea who she could possibly be. I mean, we have seen this dog running all around the beaches and nobody has come to claim her. I'm a little bit worried about her in all honesty. Maybe she just escaped from her home or something. Maybe she got loose and somebody is trying desperately to find her. Or one of these people could always be her owner. They seem to be quite busy with their game though, so let's see if we can find anybody else by the monument. Oh, this was why we wanted to come here. Look at this thing. Oh, this is absolutely beautiful. If I remember correctly, the cats can actually jump around on this thing. So once we do finally bring Sapling out and about into the world too, I bet she is going to have so much fun rock climbing. This guy seems very interested in the monument as well. What's your name? Akito Murakami. Oh, I bet he's actually the owner of that beautiful dog that we saw before. Wherever they ran off to, so why don't you get to know this guy a little bit better with a friendly introduction? Oh, Vern is hungry. You can help him by giving him a treat or filling a food bowl. Oh, he's so upset too. I thought I gave you food, but somebody else must have eaten it. Okay, come over here and give him a treat. We'll be back in a moment, Mr. Akito, but we have to make sure that our dog is well fed. That's unfortunately some more simoleons out of the pocket. Oh, Vern. Oh, Vern, somebody stole your food, but that's okay. Everything is good now. So we can go back here and try to get to know Mr. Akito again. Oh, we can enthuse about dogs. What a perfect way for us to not only get to know if he has a dog himself, but also to potentially get his interest piqued in the book that we're about to write. Mayor Whiskers! Oh my gosh, Mayor Whiskers is here too! And I did notice that we have another cat wandering around as well, who is very, very hungry. Ash the Stray, no wonder. And none of these people want to offer them any food. Okay, so I guess we're not gonna go to Marcus Flex for any pet-related issues. He doesn't seem like the type of person who would want to help out the Critter Cottage or adopt an animal. Oh, Vern is so tired though. Let's go ahead and Simstagram him again. I can't help it. We have to get a good shot of him sleeping. With that big monument right behind him. If we zoom out just a little bit, then we can get the whole thing in the shot. Yeah, that's a pretty good picture. And for once, Ivy is actually not in the way of these, so that's pretty nice too. Let's see if that gained him, oh my gosh, 106 Simstagram followers just for that. And it looks like somebody may have left a little pile of bones over here. We can actually open this. What on earth is that going to give us? Oh, wait a second. Yeah, those are the feathers. Oh, one of the stray cats must have caught a whole bunch of feathers from the birds. and Ivy kind of stole it for herself. But maybe if Mayor Whiskers was the one to do the task, then he left it as a little gift for his community. So I think that would be a good place for us to consider going home. That way we can see all of the wonderful treasures that we managed to find. And that way Vern can get a good proper rest and a good proper meal because clearly he needs it. So go ahead and take care of yourself for a moment, Ivy. We'll put away your dishes. Make sure that you're cleaning up your kitchens too. That's a part of proper cooking after all. And then we'll take a look and see what she has in her inventory. So we have a pigeon feather, and I know that these give us like the most gorgeous paintings too. Little frames to put our feathers in. So I would love to collect all of these. Oh, the cardinal. Oh, that is so beautiful. And then we have the seagull too. Oh my gosh, he looks a little bit derpy. That's pretty cute. So he sells for 30 simoleons. The cardinal sells for 60. And the pigeon sells for 25. So once we're in a better position where we don't need to sell off all of our treasures right away, I'm hoping that Sapling will be able to find us some little feathers to put on display in our home. We also have some fossil rock, so maybe if we crack this open, we'll extract the fossil, we might be able to find something special, a fossilized egg. Alright, that sells for 70 simoleons, not bad at all. And then the turquoise is a little bit more common too, but every little bit counts right now. Now we're over 300 simoleons, oh excellent. That might not be enough to renovate the critter cottage, but we can at least consider buying another food dish to place somewhere outside for the strays. That was the other thing I wanted to accomplish today. So go ahead and fill up your own pet's bowl for us. And then we'll go into build mode and see if we can find the food dishes. Just a little something to fill all of those hungry bellies. There we go, the regular one will do. And I think we'll place it off to the side of the house. That way the more skittish strays won't have to worry about getting startled by Ivy. She would never do anything to betray them, of course. But with a skittish animal, they would probably feel a little bit more comfortable if they were away from other Sims. In the future, too, when we do finally renovate this house, and we make it so it's a little bit more suited as an animal shelter, I would like to make little hideaways off the back of the house, so strays can maybe spend the night and eat up when they need to. That way Ivy is still doing her part, still contributing even if she can't exactly take care of all of these animals at once. But I think it's about time for you to start your second book, okay, Ivy? I know you're a little bit tired, but we still have a lot of work to do. So our second book will be yet another children's book, and this one is going to be titled The Lonely Land Shark. So it's going to be Vern's own book. The Lonely Land Shark seems like a pretty good way to tell Vern's origin story. So Ivy will get to work on that right away. And then hopefully with yet another book in her back pocket, those royalties will add up to the point where we can finally use it to build something new. Along with the treasure hunting, of course. But as always, if you guys have any suggestions for future book titles, then do let me know, and we might use them to further Ivy's adventures with the Critter Cottage. But for now, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye guys!